Good evening, distinguished speaker, entrepreneurs, and my fellow business enthusiasts. My name is Dahir Muhammad, and I am your host for today, Bauchi Business Clinic. I am super excited to welcome all of you to today's, which is 6th of our 7 days virtual series, powered by Wunti Al-Khair Foundation. And of course, with me is my sister Aziza Snusi, which is a co-host. Together with her, we will rally behind our speaker, Ango Mustapha, to discuss and explore a topic which is very crucial for the success and growth of small businesses in our community. Of course, the topic for today's discussion is innovation and technology for small businesses. You know, as we navigate the ever-changing business landscape, we need to remain at the top and to leverage technology to drive innovation, efficiency, and effectiveness. Today, we have Sir Ango Mustapha to carry us along this journey. And as the director of program at Wunti Al-Khair Foundation and a seasoned public speaker, Ango Mustapha has a wealth of experience in moderating and sparking a lot of intellectual discussion ranging from innovation, technology, and entrepreneurship. You know, with this expertise and passion for empowering businesses of Sir Ango Mustapha, I am confident that he will share with us a valuable insights and a practical tips that will take our business into a very, very next level. Please, let's give a warm welcome to our speaker, Sir Ango Mustapha. I think without further ado, I can let the event started. Over to you, Sir Mustapha. You can take the floor. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. And sorry, I'm just setting up my slide. It's going to come up any moment from now, so just give me a second to do that. But how are we all doing today? How is the weekend going? So today we're going to be discussing about innovation for small businesses. So while my slide is coming up, I would love to know the kind of business owners we have on the call today and where you're joining us from. So let me see it in the chat. Awesome. So today we're going to be discussing about innovation for small businesses, leveraging technology for small business growth. And as earlier introduced, my name is Ango Mustapha, and I'm the Director of Programs at Wunti Al-Khair Foundation, also co-founder at Uplift Hub. And fun fact about me, I'm a tea addict, and I love to describe myself as a solutionist, finding simple solutions to complex problems. And you can find me anywhere. So take a picture of these sessions, take a screenshot, post anywhere, tag me at Ango Mustapha on virtually all platforms, and we'll be sure to connect afterwards. So I have ground rules for all my sessions, right? First, my sessions are always very conversational. I'll speak less, and while you talk more, and you can engage me as much as you can in the chats, and I will be sure to respond to all your questions. And in my session as well, I'm going to be asking you a lot of questions, and it will be worthy of note for you to know that there are really no right or wrong answers, just different opinions. So if you have an idea about something, even if it is not entirely right, just say it, right? And then we're here to learn, we're here to connect, we're here to share ideas and to know better. So, and the reason why this one is highlighted is, if you ask me a question, I tell you I don't know, I think I already have a rule that I don't have all the answers. So if you ask me a question and I tell you I don't have the answer, we have this agreement already. So I think we can jumpstart into the session of the day. So, but innovation for small businesses. So what exactly is this innovation that we are talking about? I want to see in the chat. What exactly is this innovation? Or what does innovation mean to you? Confirm if you can still see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Creating something new. Okay, you can see the slide, right?
Yes.
Okay. Creating something new, inventing a new thing. Okay, interesting. Creativity, finding solutions to solve problems. Okay, creating new things, initiating. Okay. Okay, I want to hear more. I want to learn more. Improving what already existed to make life easier, better, or more valuable. Yes, Fatima Muhammad. So I think this, I would say innovation means improving something new. Yes, from Karima Ahmad Yusuf. Makes a lot of sense. Innovation is bringing in new disruptive ways of doing something. Usually, it eases work or enhances it. Yes, Abdulkader. Innovation means offering a solution in a way never done before. Interesting, Mark Francis. Innovation simply means creation. It's the act of initiating something new. Amazing, Yakubu. Innovation is the process of translating an idea or invention into a good or service that creates value for what customers will pay. It involves not just invention, but also your typing is incomplete. Innovation simply means creating something new or improving what already exists in a way that it has value. Interesting. You guys have some amazing perspective to what we're discussing here today, right? So for me, simply put, right, innovation is basically making what already existed better to create more value. As simple as that. So there are lots of ways that you're running your business. There are lots of ways that it's some processes that you're using to sell your products, to create your products, to manage your services, to manage your business. So innovation that we're going to be discussing here is how can you make your processes better? How can you make your businesses better, right? How can you make that product that you're selling in the four walls of your room, in somewhere in Yelwa, somewhere in Azare, or in Lagos, or in Abeokuta, how can you make the most from it? And that is our subject of conversation today, right? So there's a digital shift. The landscape has shifted from what we know, right? We are used to, in the past, our fathers or some of our elder ones are used to just having a shop, selling their products. You as a businessman, you're only seen as a businessman when you have a physical location. You're only seen as a businessman when you have a shop or a shade or somewhere that has an address, a physical address for people to reach you. But that has shifted. The landscape has shifted. There are a lot of people that are multi-billionaires today that they don't even have a shop in their name, right? A lot of people are billionaires today, but they don't even have a shop in their name. So how then are they succeeding, right? So to tell you that there's a lot more we can achieve from the digital shifts that we currently have, right? So it's interesting how the technology has changed over time. You know, customer tastes are changing, people's tastes are changing. New innovation is coming up every day, right? So when you as an individual, let me paint the picture for you here. Let's say you move to a new city, right? Let's say you move to UK, or you move to, let's say from Bauchi, you move to let's say Lagos or Abuja, for example, and you need a tailor to make a dress for you urgently. The very first thing that will come to your mind is you go online and then you search tailors near me. right? Or you go online and you begin to type, how can I get a dress in 24 hours in Abuja? But then 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you would have to walk or find where the market is in that place before you can get your service done, right? So to tell you that how businesses reach their customers have changed drastically. So the advent of social media, the advent of all the technology tools that we have out there has made service provision easy and seamless between you, the business owner, the service provider, and your customers that are in need of your service, of your offering. So this session, right, I'm not here to tell you to use how to use social media. Some of you even use social media that I do. I'm not here to tell you how to post online or how to create a social media account. Some of you are gurus on social media, right? So this session, basically, I'm just going to show you simple, low-cost ways to use technology to attract customers, increase your sale, and most importantly, work efficiently. That is the promise of our session today. So the key benefits of going digital. I know now is not the time to start saying whether we have people that are on social media here, because virtually everyone has a smartphone and virtually everyone has at the least have a Facebook account. But the benefit of going digital, of using digital tools as a small business owner, it helps you reach more customers, helps you go beyond your physical location, beyond you being in Bauchi. How can you sell to people in London? How can you sell to people in climes that you've never reached before? How can you sell to people that are beyond your friends and your family? It is only through being online, right? And being online is beyond having just a Facebook account. How well are we using it, right? So going digital helps you create trust and a professional image. You know, when you talk about yourself as a business owner, the very first place that people go to is to search about you online. And if you have like a consistent track record of how your business were and where your business is at the moment, people can easily trust you. Unlike, scammers can just create an account in few hours and they will begin to post random pages. They will post random products. Their friends, their fellow friends that are scammers will review and said, I enjoy using these products to deceive people. But people that will truly dig deep when they want to buy something, personally, I don't know about you, but for me, when I want to order something from someone online, I scroll till the first post that the person made. So if you have, let's say, 100 posts online, let's say on Instagram, for example, and your first post is a week ago, you're definitely a scammer, right? But if you have up to 100 posts or 1,000 posts, but I've seen that you've been posting since 2010 or since 2008, and you have like a track record of, so it helps you build that trust, that image. People will know this is how you started. You understand? For me, those are the kind of things I look out for, right? When I'm buying something from someone online. So you should have, your business needs to be online for you to create that record, that trust, that professional image for your brand. So going digital helps you build the brand. And thirdly, increases your sale. Like I said earlier, it opens new channels for revenue. Let's say the people that you're currently selling to, and our speaker yesterday was saying something about selling beyond just your friends and your family member. Let's say the people, your circle of customers are usually your friends, or they are usually your family people or your classmates. But then you create your social media platforms that just by you posting, and some of the algorithms of this social media platform, they can show your post to other subscribers on their platform that are in other countries, in other climes, that have similar interests to what you just posted. And then you'll be surprised when a random person from Akwa Ibom will just reach out to you and ask, I want to get this abaya. How soon can I get it in Akwa Ibom? And then you begin to wonder, how come? You know, if your customers only are people that are like your classmates or your friends, just one person's buying from you from Akwa Ibom, it has increased your sales. It has built your customer network. It will build your customer network, right? So coming online is beyond just creating a social media platform, right? It is you being strategic about it. How can you increase your sales about the sales of your product? Because you're not just making those products. You're not a small business owner for the sake of being a small business owner. There's a need for you to sell more. There's a need for you to reach more people, right? And that is what going digital will help you do. And fourth, going digital helps you work smart, not harder. You understand? I have a golden rule that if technology can do it, then allow technology do it. If I can easily use a tool to make my life easy, why do I have to do it myself? Right? Why do I have to stress so I would be seen like I'm a hard worker? Working smarter pays more than being a hard worker, right? So if technology can do it, allow technology do it. So, and going digital will help you save time and a lot of money. So a lot of us might not have some tools that we're using to. It's beyond just marketing that we use social media for. It's beyond just being online. There's a lot of tools that will help our small businesses thrive. That will help improve our processes. That will help improve how we manage our teams. That will help improve how we manage our stocks. You understand? Our stocks, how we communicate with customers. If you were doing it in a way before, and then you learn a better way of doing it, and you're able to reach more people within less time, that is innovation. That is you using new ways to solve your old problems and creating more value for your customers, right? Next, there's a quote. I remember the quote, but I didn't remember the author, right? And that's why I did not reference anybody here. I just wrote the quotes here. But I'm not sure. I think it was Bill Gates or one of those tech giant entrepreneurs that said, if your business is not on the internet, then soon the business will be out of business. This might seem like a very simple quote, but regardless of how the kind of business that you're doing, it doesn't matter what you're doing, right? Let it be online. Let your business be on the internet, because that is where the world is now. And then they say that you cannot open new doors with old keys. So if you want to make more sales, you want to reach more people, there's a need for you to be where people are, right? And the internet is where a bunch of your ideal customers are spending their time. A lot of people are on TikTok, a lot of people are on Instagram, and that is where people are spending their time, and that is where your business also should be. Even if you are selling akara, or you are selling, I don't even know what it is, regardless, so long as you're creating something of value for people that they will pay money to buy or to subscribe to, whether it's a product or it is a service, take it online. Let people know. Because if you're doing your business and then you feel like you can only just, yes, maybe you're just posting on WhatsApp, on your status, it is only your circle of friends and people that have stored your number that will know. But if you post it on other platforms like Twitter, like TikTok, like Facebook, like Instagram, it's going to reach a wider audience. And it's not just about posting. In the course of our conversation today, I'm going to be discussing some strategies on how we can make the most from even posting. So beyond even just being on the internet, how well are you on the internet? So we're going to be discussing about that. So there are some simple and free tools that would help us, that would position us to attract more clients, to attract more businesses. And I'm going to be giving you practical, as a business owner myself, beyond being a programs person, I'm a tailor myself. And I sew clothes, I make clothes. And while I was preparing for this session, I I searched my business online, and guess what? This is what I saw, right? So Musti's Clothing, that's the name of my business. And this is like my digital business card. And the only thing I searched on Google was Musti's Clothing, right? And then it shows my address, a picture of the interior of my store, and how customers can locate you. You know, you see direction. So if you've used Google Maps to get to a business or to get to a location, chances are the business owner have created a Google business profile for themselves. I think I did this business profile some 10 years ago, and I update it every once in a while. And for any post that we make online, there's the moment they search about you, they see it there. And then there's no way your customers will not be able to locate you. Right? So this is how, if you have your Google business profile, this is how it will appear online. Once your customer or your prospective customer search about you, right? So this is very essential. Let's say, for example, someone comes to Bauchi for the very first time, and they are looking for the best restaurant in Yelwa, or they are looking for tailors near them. Google will bring a list of small business owners that have created a Google business profile for themselves, right? And it will now appear on the pages of on the pages of the search page, right? So it's important for you to create a Google business profile for yourself. If you don't have one already, please do. And while I'm saying this now, you should have a list of, and I'm sure from the day one of the sessions that we've done in this business clinic, you would have known where you are as a business owner and where you want to get to, right? So if you have a business profile already, then maybe it's time for you to update it. If you don't, maybe it's time for you to create one, right? So this is your digital business card. This is mine. When you go online and you search about my business, this is the very first thing that you see, right? So what would people see when they search about you? What would people see when they search about your business? So that's a question for you to ponder on. So next, how to build the community, right? Build the community online. Because beyond just posting, beyond just posting for people to buy or posting for you to just be there online, there's a lot that can be done with social media. And on social media, for me, consistency is key, not perfection, right? If you post, let's say every once in 2 years or once in 3 months, you might not be sure to achieve the kind of results that somebody that posts once every day at 11 a.m. You can see the level of precision and consistency. You understand? You post every day, once every day, for 7 days at a particular time. You'd be shocked to know that some customers would set a reminder, because Naima is a clothes vendor and she posts every 11 a.m. every day. Some customers would want to be the first to see it. So, and sometimes people don't buy what you sell, they buy why you sell it, right? When people see how consistent you are, how serious you take it, right? People would build a lot of trust with you, right? So, and secondly, don't just post for the sake of posting. For the sake of, our session today, they say we should be posting on social media. So I'll be posting every day. Have a reason for each post. Have something you're targeting at. Do we want to make sale? Do we want to acquire a new customer? Or we just want customers to know that we are capable of doing this? Or we want customers to see our store, right? Or we want customers to, all of these things are the why of why you're posting. The reason for your posting. It's not just the what. You just post something out there without any, and that is why sometimes some of the posts that we make don't convert, don't get to the people that they want it should get to, right? So don't just post for the sake of posting. Have a reason for each post, right? And then third, show. Don't just tell. And I also tie it to the fourth point here. Behind the scenes. For me, for someone like me, I don't believe a lot in perfection. I believe in originality, right? If you show me your before and after, you show me the processes you took to achieve a product online, I'll trust it more. You understand? It will help you build a community of people that trust your brand. You understand? It's all about you coming up with posts, long posts of how we do this. Now, let people see, let people experience the process of how that product came to be. Right? Show your behind the scenes. Show, don't just tell. Right? And lastly here, so beyond messaging, you see your WhatsApp business. WhatsApp business is an amazing platform for small business owners. So if you don't have a WhatsApp business app now, I think now is the time for you to download it as a business owner and explore some of those amazing features that you can get from it. Right? From automated responses to catalog to some form of you creating how you can send away messages. Like there's a lot that WhatsApp business can offer. So innovation and technology that we are saying today is not that it's about you doing one huge thing or one creating one AI something or one ChatGPT something. It's about improving your processes using the technology at your disposal. So your phone is not just for calling. It's not just for social media. It's a powerful tool to grow your business. Right? So the little time that we spend scrolling through social media can be used to build our business and connect with customers. So next, having talked about WhatsApp business, so I'm just going to show you how it can help you and how you can quickly create one, right? Like I said, it will help you drive sales. So how do you do it? If you don't have it already, and since we're going to be sharing this slide with you at the end of the clinic, I think by Monday, we should have all slides ready for every one of you, right? So e-commerce is not for the big players. It's not for the big business owners. E-commerce is for everybody, right? So it's as easy as you having and what does e-commerce simply means? Is that you're able to use an electronic device to do your buying and selling. Or you're able to use an electronic platform to do your buying and selling. That is simply e-commerce. And with a WhatsApp business catalog, you can simply have your own products posted, attached with a price, with a description, and you can share those products with potential customers. And you can post them on your platforms, and people can easily know how to communicate to you through it. So for example, I think I have a simple example here where I say, if you sell a local snack, let's say for example, akara, and then you call it a name, Akwe Akara, you add your price, and then you give it a description. Freshly made akara with spicy sauce, perfect for breakfast or a quick snack. You understand? So when a customer messages you, they can see the little shopping icon that shows that you have a product for sale. They can now browse through your catalog and add your akara to cart. And then they can chat you out on it. And WhatsApp business has a way of you having maybe your account number and all of those ways people that can make payments for you, so that you can easily use like a / and your pre-recorded or pre-typed contents can be shared immediately. So you can have your account number or a way for receiving payments. You have it stored on your WhatsApp business just by a / you forward it to your customer. You understand? It's as simple, and you will receive your payments. That's the same thing that the big players like Jumia, like Konga, that they are doing, using an electronic platform to transact for your buying and selling. As simple as that. So if you don't have to be big for you to do e-commerce, all you need to do is make the most of your WhatsApp business. So, work smarter, not harder. So my session is a very short one. I think I have just about 2 or 3 slides, and then we'll go, because I want to answer more of your questions than, because I said, very conversational. I do less of the talking, and you do more. So, like I said in the beginning, introduce the innovation is to help you work smarter, not harder. And then we have all of these are tools or technologies or things that we can leverage on to improve our business processes. We have cloud-based services, Google Drive, all those platforms that we can, let's say for a tailor, for example, tailors have problems with storing customers' measurements or storing or recording customers' descriptions. You understand? A tailor, you want a particular, let's say for women, for example, the addresses are usually the most complicated. You want a 6-piece skirt with a turtleneck neckline. You want the sleeve to be. You might get the tailor has about 15 other customers that wants that, and you write it on a piece of paper, and it gets missing. Just know that you and your customer have a lot of fights afterwards, right? But if you leverage your Google Notes, your Google Docs online, and you have a file or a folder for every customer, right? And whether you are in Bauchi or you are anywhere, the record is still there. So regardless where you're operating from, it won't be like, I cannot work today, I forgot my measurement book. But if you have all of these things online, you have it stored on a cloud-based platform. Anywhere you are, you can work, right? And to make you a smarter tailor, a smarter business owner than just any person that believes so much in their memory or in writing it down on a paper that can get missing or something can happen to it, right? And then we are in the age of AI as well. The second point here is the artificial intelligence. There's a lot of things, I don't need to, a lot of us must have experienced it, right? There's a lot of things that we can do with artificial intelligence now to help our businesses with content creation, with automation, with ideas, with a lot that we can do with it, right? So use AI, leverage AI. And as I earlier mentioned, if technology can do it, then let technology do it. You don't have to be seen as an hard worker. It is in the past that hard work pays. Now it is smart work that pays. It is how you're able to do a lot in the least amount of time, right? But before, you will do a lot. It is the amount of time that you spend on the work that makes it look like you've actually done the work, right? So how you're able to spend the least amount of time on a work and make the most amount of money, right? And the other tool here, I've talked about the WhatsApp business. The e-commerce part of WhatsApp business is only a bit of it. There's a lot of features in it. There are other platforms, there are other tools that you can use as a business owner to sell online. So go online. Google is your friend, right? Search anything you want to search on YouTube. They are going to tell you how you can use platforms as a laundry person. I have a place I take my laundry to here in Bauchi. And I was shocked the very first time when I took my dress there, even though I had someone else that I was giving it to. The person was my neighbor. Like the person I was giving the clothes to earlier was my neighbor. And I would just pay him, and there's no definite day of when I'll come and collect it. He would just tell me he will call me when he's done. He will turn me today, he's ready, tomorrow he's not. And then I said, let me try some other people. And then I went there, and then they gave me a receipt, and then they showed a date for collection. And the day of collection, I received an SMS. You understand me? And I was like, wow. So it might seem very simple. And ever since I stopped going to that other guy's place that was doing it cheaper for me, I'm going to this new place because I'm able to experience service delivery. I'm able to experience value. I was paying more money, but I'm enjoying the experience. So point of sale systems is not the POS of Money Point or OP that I'm talking about here, but they are point of sale system platforms or systems or tools that you use to log in your customers' requests, and you're able to capture their payment, and you're able to service them through it. That's a point of sale system. Your POS, your POS that Money Point or some of these other platforms give you is to receive payments. But we have point of sale systems for different kind of businesses. When you go to a supermarket and then they press a particular thing on the monitor, that is the POS system. It's not the one that we're used to, which is the payment systems, right? So we have virtual and augmented reality technologies as well. You know, if you are in the real estate business, or you're in a business where you need to give people, or in the arts business, or any of those businesses where you need to show people something before they make their decision on buying it, you can use virtual reality where you create like a VR environment of that thing that you want to show them. And then you're able to show clients that are in far regions your product without having to come to meet you. That's been working, that's working smarter. Or you have to travel to somewhere to get to make a business work, right? So it is very important for you to, and the reason why I list a lot of it here is, I don't know the business that we're doing, but different strokes, they say, for different folks. No, there's no one size fits all system for all businesses. It is for you to know which one works best for your business. And then we have mobile applications, we have payment gateways, we have project management tools that would help you manage your customers, that would help you manage the timeline of your delivery. From this is the one that we're currently doing, this is the one we're going to do next, this is the one that we've delivered, this is the ones that had complaints. It is a lot to undo when you're writing it on the paper, right? But if you have a tool that is helping you track that, you would notice that you're able to deliver more value to your customers, and you're able to have time for yourself. Because there's a tool somewhere that is helping you do that, right? So next is, and I think that's my tips to close for the day, tips for your business innovation, right? And most of what I mentioned here might not apply to some of the small business owners here, but the goal is for you to cultivate, or for you to not just see yourself as a business owner, but begin to grow as a business leader as well. So whether you're working alone or you have a team, create a culture of innovation. Be very uncomfortable with doing the same thing the same way over and over. Create a culture of innovation such that every year, let something change about your business. Every year, let something change about how your customers reach you, how your customers experience your product or your service. Let something about your business change every year, right? That's a culture, like it is part of you. For me, in my business, every once in a while, even if it is just a process that will make better, or you paint your shop, or you make your customers feel a better experience when they walk into your store. That's a culture of innovation. It's not like the same way that your store is since the beginning. That's the way it's after 5 years or 10 years. Customers would go to the next person that is innovating, right? So create a culture of innovation. Secondly, understand customers' needs. You're in business not just to make profits. And profits is the aftermath of fulfilling your customers' needs. It is after you fulfill a customer's needs, that is when you'll be able to make profits. Because when you don't fulfill a customer's needs, you don't even enjoy the money you've made in peace, much less making profit from it, right? So always understand your customers' needs. It will help you know how to serve them better. It will help you know how to serve your customers better. When you know their needs, when you know their taste, you know the kind of things that they would like. You would every day do something to make them experience you better. Right? So allocate resources for innovation. Once, a lot of us, we have the habit of using all our revenue, everything we make, and just eat it, right? So, but let's some part of your revenue, keep it, okay, this one is for savings. In case we want to add something or we want to improve something, this is what we're going to use. Allocate resources for innovation. When a new technology comes into play, can your business afford to subscribe to it? Right? And then fourth, embrace continuous learning. Some business owners that refuse to embrace innovation are out of business today. You know, it's just like the person that is selling VHS cassettes. When CDs came to play and then they refused to switch because they feel like this plastic something that just came, not everybody would be using it. And interestingly, people continued using it, right? So embrace continuous learning. Promote risk-taking and accepting failure in your business, in your team. Let your team members, let them try new things, right? Let your team members fail. That might be a very harsh word, or maybe you might misunderstand it, but it is when you fail that you'll be able to learn how not to do it. It is when you'll be able to learn better ways of doing it. It's what builds failure. That there's no innovation without failure. So when you're failing at something, it means you're trying something new. And it is only through that is when you can actually attain success. Right? So seek external perspectives. It is not only your way that is the right way. There are other 1,001 ways. So when you seek other external perspectives, you would learn how to do it better. Set clear innovation goals. Encourage idea generation and evaluation amongst your team members. So like I said, it's not just about you as a small business owner. Some of these tips that we're sharing will also help you when you have team members that are working with you, when your team grow, right? When a team member comes up with something novel, celebrate and recognize their innovation. It's not just about you, not just be the only person at the center of the stage. Let your team members shine as well, right? Pay them more because they've done something new. So celebrate and recognize innovation. And with this, I want to believe we've been able to learn something from all the tips and all the ideas that I've shared today on how some practical and simple tips that we can leverage on to improve the value that we provide for our customers and to help us make more revenue. Then this is the time I'll take your questions. Questions? Or have you guys not been hearing me?
No, we heard all.
You've been audible, sir.
Oh, okay, awesome. So it's time for questions now. Any question from anyone?
Yes, sir. There's one from Muhammad Dahiru.
Okay.
His question is, as someone running a laundry and dry cleaning service, how can small businesses like mine practically adopt technology and innovative solutions to improve efficiency, customer satisfaction, and competitiveness without incurring very high costs?
Interesting. I think I love that question, and I think I made a very practical example of the laundry person that I was using before, and the new one that I'm currently using. Right. So the old one, I would take my clothes to him, and he would just tell me, or I'll call you when I'm done. And I now found another place where I took my clothes there. They were asking me, do you want it to be mild starch, normal starch, or heavy starch? I said, just do normal starch. They were asking questions. Do you want us to, like, some questions that is showing that they are providing value? They gave me a receipt that reflected a time, right? And day that will come and pick it. They said by 4:30 on so day, come around. And then by 3:30 of that same day, I was reminded that the delivery for my laundry is in 30 minutes. I should come and pick it. You see that there's an experience. And the laundry business is not in Lagos, so it's not in Abuja, it's in Bauchi. So if they can do it, you can as well, right? So there are lots of tools, there are lots of services that you can subscribe to. Some might be pricey, but some, if you can even start with as little as a Google form, you understand? Or a reminder. So just use all the tools that you have. Use what you have. Let me start with that, right? I don't know what stage you are in your business. You might not be able to afford some of those point of sale systems that those big laundry houses are using, but use what you have, right, at the moment. And just the experience I just shared with you, there are lots of Google tools that you can use, Google apps that you can use to achieve similar thing, right? So now that if you've now used those ones and you've grown to a level, you can now graduate to those automated ones that will automatically send SMS to your customers when it's time for them to come and collect their laundry, or when it's time, when their laundry is due for some days, to tell them that there's going to be charges incurred. So there are lots of possibilities in that space. Any more question? I believe I've answered your question. Am I audible?
Okay. The next question is from Anas. He said that, okay, you said that if your business is not on the internet, then your business will be out of business.
Yes.
Do all businesses need to have an online presence? I would appreciate if more information is given on this, please.
So the online presence now differ. Okay, so a practical example is when you understand your customers' needs, when you understand your customers, the kind of people you're selling to, you will know where to meet them, right? There are some people that how they consume information is from the newspaper. Some people that how they consume information is from TikTok. Some, they consume information from radio, right? And you will agree with me that if you want to reach those people, you need to go to where they consume information. So if it is through radio, all these radio platforms that we currently use, they now have online radios. If your customers are old people, that it is only newspaper that they read, there's virtually no newspaper platform now that they don't have an online presence. If it is anywhere you can think of, there's an online platform for every business now. So, but you as a small business owner or as a business owner, For people to know that you exist, you need to be online. But how you channel your marketing to your target audience is up to you, where your target audience are consuming information from. There are some people that if you kill them, they will not advertise for you on social media platforms because their customers are not on TikTok. Their customers are not on Instagram, but they have a website. You understand me? They have a website. If there are some car brands that will not advertise, you will never see their ad because their customers don't have time to scroll on social media, right? Those car brands go to where they are advertising private jets, where they are doing jet show, where people that are coming to shop for aeroplane, that is where they go to advertise their products. You understand? So different strokes, like I said, for different folks. It is up to you now to understand your customers' needs. And I think I talked about that during the session. Understand your customers' needs, and then you know how to tailor your offering to them. Right? You know how to tailor your offering to them. So your business needs to have an online presence. You need to be seen. It's like if you're not online, it's like you're winking at someone in the dark. Imagine yourself winking at someone in the dark. You know what you're doing, but the next person doesn't know what you're doing. The world doesn't know what you're doing, right? So regardless of where your consumers are, you need to have a presence online. Thank you.
The next question is from Kedar, who said, with regards to e-commerce, please can you highlight how you can achieve a good picture or video of your products and get them edited and ready for posting? If possible, please, a session for that will be great.
No, I think we did something around content strategy and social media. I think it was on day 3 that we did content, right? But I'll just share something quick with you, right? You know, the very first thing is have a good device. Have a good device, take clear pictures, right? Very clear pictures with good lighting as well. So if you can have all of that, you don't need to edit things too artificial. For someone that is very natural like me, when I see a lot of edits on products, the first thing that comes to my mind is this is probably fake or AI, right? But just use good devices. It's okay if you're just starting. So long as you can provide value, so long as you're not over editing, your customers need to grow organically. Some people, right, their growth is very artificial because they focus more on what they put out there, the quality of the pictures and not the quality of the products. But when you focus on the quality of the products and you post pictures to the best of your ability, your customers will not worry again whether the camera is sharp or not. They know you will deliver quality whether they see clear pictures or not. But make it your duty to use clearer pictures, but don't focus on just pictures. Let your product be quality. Because if I buy from you once, I'm now seeing what I ordered, but it was what I got, I will not come again. So focus on providing quality products than quality pictures, right? Because a happy customer will tell a friend. But unhappy customer, they are on the street of Twitter. They will drag you. Next question, please.
The next one from Bashir. He said, I'm selling MTN data and card. How can I improve my business?
Run ads. Run ads. Because data and saying it is online, right? The people that will subscribe to you are online. You understand? Run ads. Let people know they can get cheaper data, cheaper than that of MTN, right? Everybody is on the hunt of the cheapest data. So when you show that yours is cheaper, right? When you show that if they pay you through your platform, you will not scam them, because all of this, most of this data some of them are scammers. But if you build trust and you're able to run ads and show that you have value, people will decide not to even buy from MTN or from Airtel or from any of the service provider, but they will choose to. Next question.
From Ibrahim, he said, I have an existing business registered with the CAC. The business is a multi-purpose with 3 main sectors. That's agri, ICT, and fashion collections. His question is, how can I manage all the business I'm offering on a single social media handle?
My advice for you is don't confuse your sellers. Don't confuse your customers. Right? I know it can be, what you can do is, maybe not on a single platform. You can create separate pages for your business, different business entities. Because some of those products might not be selling to the same people, right? So if I'm seeing agri today, tomorrow I'm seeing fashion tomorrow, and then I'm seeing technology, I think that those are the things you mentioned. I'll see you like an unserious person. I'll see you like someone that is not consistent. But if you have a page for technology, you have a page for fashion, you have a page for your personal things, and you're very consistent in how you cross-sell your products. You can have your own personal page that is sharing what those pages are doing. Okay, I'm Ango Mustapha or I'm Ibrahim, for example. I'm into this and this and this. But when you post on that business page, right, you're sharing it on your own, you're sharing it or maybe on your own story. They will know that it is one person that is running multiple businesses, right? But when you have a business account that is running multiple things, like somehow it will confuse your customers, right? But it's creating pages on Instagram or on Facebook, they are free. So what will it cost you to have what will it cost you to create different persona for your different brands? You understand? In a way that you can reach different people on different platforms. A practical example. Ango Mustapha is a lot of things to a lot of people, right? And to some, I'm a tailor. Some people don't even know me as a programs person. To some, I'm a product manager. On pages where I talk about product management, you will about tailoring. On my personal page, you can see a lot of things, right? But on my business page, it is only what that page is for. That is what I post there, such that I don't confuse my customers. So they will not be like, when you want to buy from me, you'll not be like, I bought clothes from him 3 years ago, but I saw him post construction. Does that mean that he's no longer into tailoring? Don't put your customers in that kind of situation. Let them know you for one thing over time, but you can sell to a lot of other, you can sell your other business on other platforms as well. Maybe on different names or a subsidiary. That is why we have subsidiaries. That is why you can create like a showcase page on LinkedIn or a sub page on Facebook. Or those pages and those sub pages are there for a reason. You understand? Don't confuse your customers. That's the summary of my of my answer to you. Thank you.
Okay. There's another question by Karima Ahmad Yusuf.
Okay.
She asks, how can small business leverage innovation and technology to reduce costs, improve efficiency, and stay competitive in today's fast-changing market?
Sorry, I did not hear the question.
Yes, it's a question by Karima Ahmad Yusuf.
Okay.
She asks, how can small businesses leverage innovation and technology to reduce costs, improve efficiency, and stay competitive in today's fast-changing market?
So I think the internet is quite bad here. Maybe because it's raining here in Bauchi. But I think maybe I can just read some of the questions I've seen here while our host and co-host are figuring out how they can join. But confirm if you can hear me clearly.
Yes, I can hear you.
Now is, why are you in business in the first place? Right? Why you're in business in the first place? Is it to make money only? Right? A lot of people are in business for the wrong reasons. Right? Are you in business for the sake of the profit, or you want to solve problems for customers? So when you focus on the problems you're solving for your customers, you make more profit, because people will see you like as a problem solver, like you're providing solutions to their problem, other than this person is just after our profits, right?
So due to the network glitch, we're really sorry, and we think we'll have to call it today. So on behalf of the Bauchi Business Clinic team, I sincerely thank our speaker, Mr. Ango Mustapha, for sharing such valuable insights on technology and innovation for small businesses. One golden rule he has left us with is, if technology can do it, let technology do it. We all carry this wisdom into our businesses and daily lives. And to our wonderful audience, thank you very much for your time and your engagement. And a huge thank you to Dr. Mohammed as well for kicking us off and setting such a wonderful tone for the entire week. This isn't the end, so do meet us tomorrow for the same time, same place. And don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms at Work Foundation. Productive opportunities await you, and your engagement means a lot to us. We'll have even more to discuss and celebrate. See you then.
The Wunti Al-Khair Foundation, empowering lives, transforming communities.